Who told you that you're not good enough? Who made you feel that you're not worthy? And this question, this search for the situation that actually implemented the first belief that you are not enough, that you are not worthy, this can open up a totally new world for you. Because when you start searching for this, you realize that, wow, that's weird. Why did I even believe them? Why did I give them this power to decide if I'm worthy or not? On a fundamental level, we are worthy just to be alive, but we have been conditioned to think that we need to succeed, we need to make money, we need to have a career, we need to have a family, we need to have hobbies, we need to have all these things, and we need to have accomplishments. But you want to know what? You actually don't need anything, because what you are is something that can't be destroyed, it can't be valued. It's something that just is. You are consciousness. You are this energy that just is. This energy has just come down to duality, and there's good and bad, there's hot and cold, there's all these different things on this spectrum of duality. But who's the one who's observing the duality? And I know this goes into more esoteric concept, but once you start realizing this, you are able to change your whole story about yourself and the way people have influenced you and the way your belief system have been created, and you understand that you have the power to change now. Every moment you are a new you. Every moment you can rewrite your story. And when you rewrite your past, the future also changes. The only thing we have is the now. This moment, this moment, this moment, this moment. And you are able to choose. So let's go back to the question. Who told you something that made you decide that you're not worthy? What was the situation that you started to embody this, oh, I'm not good enough? It probably has to do with your parents and the way they treated you, because if they would have given you all the love, all the attention, all these things, you would feel enough, because actually you are enough. It's just an illusion that you're not enough. Once you realize you are enough, you free yourself. Then you can just be and do everything just as you are. The way you do things when you're alone, you can do it with other people. And yes, there may be some resistance and things, and people want to keep you in the same because they don't want to change, because they have built up this illusion, these all kinds of walls around themselves, that this is who I am, this is who I am, this flesh and this bone. But actually, who is the observer? Once you start meditating, once you start observing your thoughts, you realize like, oh shit, who am I? Who am I? How can you witness your own thoughts? Who is the I? Who is the one behind this? And once you realize that, it's kind of stepping out of your own game, and you're like, wow, now I can see myself playing. And once you realize that you have been inside a game, that other people have kind of put these rules into your life, that's when you can start to change the game. And yes, not everyone will like it. That's fine. They have to realize that they are in a game too. They can change their own game. This is what it means to step out of the victim mentality. You step into your power. You realize, oh, I can change. I can change everything. Oh, if I want to move to France tomorrow, I can do that. And yes, you may have obligations. You may have all these attachments in your life. But in theory, you could do whatever you want if you feel happy with that. And this is how you change your life. You don't need the validation from anyone else, because you realize you actually are everyone else. And the external world is just a reflection of your internal world, of your self-worth, of your self-love, of your self-acceptance. And once you heal that, once you go through the whole thing and you accept everything, the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly, everything, then there's freedom. Because freedom is not a thing that comes in the future. Freedom is found in the now. And the more you can be in the now, the more you can forget about the past, forget about the future, be in the now. This is where the power is. But the now is so unfamiliar that it's scary. It's mystical. It's like, no. What? I want to just think about the future. I want to reminisce on the past. But now is the only thing there is. There's just different sets of nows. And yes, I know it's a bit esoteric if you haven't really contemplated on this idea before, but once you realize it, all the decisions you make in the now is the manifestation of what kind of life you live, the kind of future you will have. You have to do it now. And people who push things into the future and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it next week, I'm gonna do it next year, they will never do those things. Most of them will never do those things next year or next month or next week or tomorrow or in an hour. This is an invitation for you to realize that you have the choice now, but you have to make it now, because it won't get easier in the future. That's your mind playing tricks on you. You think to yourself, yeah, I'm not ready yet, but tomorrow I'm gonna be ready, or next week I'm gonna be ready. I'll tell you, it's gonna be hard even then. The only thing you can do is to realize that now is the only place you can change. And when you go against that resistance, when you step into the unknown, the now, you forget about the past, you forget about the future, and you do the things now that you can do, that's when you start to feel complete, because you understand you took your power back. You have the joystick. Yo! You're not an autopilot anymore. Isn't that great? And then you also realize, oh, those people who told you that you're not enough or made you feel that way in some kind of situation, who are they to control you in that way? Why wouldn't you be worthy? And once you understand that you are worthy of making your own choices, you are worthy to making your own beliefs, you're worthy to creating your own reality the way you want it, not asking anyone for permission. You have just one life. You have realized that life is now. Our mind wants to be in the future or in the past. But if you can get in the now I'm shooting this video, I'm only shooting this video, I'm totally present in this now. These realizations have helped me a lot. And one book that I talk about often is The Power of Now from Eckhart Tolle, because that was given to me as a gift when I was struggling, and everything just clicked. I was like, wow, cool. And when you're in your body, you are in the now, because you can't be thinking when you put your attention to your body. We can make this small test. Put your attention in your toes and just feel your toes. Wow, you can move them. Wow. But you couldn't think about anything else because your attention was in your toes. This is the power of now. Where you put your attention is the thing that will grow. But if you always think about the future or the past, you're missing the magic of the now. You won't change the future by thinking of it. Yes, you can make plans. Yes, you can visualize and dream and do all these things. But when it comes to taking action, that's the thing that's actually gonna take you to those visualizations and desires and dreams. And that's the simple manifestation. You get your vision, your emotions, your nervous system, and everything aligned, and you take action. And that's how things start magically appear in your life. So I hope you realized with this video that whoever you are wanting the validation of being enough already, it's never gonna come from the external world. When you accept yourself and you give yourself the permission that you are enough, that's when everything changes. Because you don't need the validation from anyone else. You aren't afraid of people's opinions anymore because you know you accept yourself and you have kind of gone through everything inside of you, your shadows, your positive traits, everything. That's freedom. The more you start loving yourself, the less everything external starts to matter. And of course, you have relatives, you have families, you have everything. And it actually gets better when you start loving yourself. People start loving yourself because you have a higher frequency and everything just changes. It's a paradox. We are being sold the idea that loving yourself is somehow selfish and foolish, but real love, it's more like acceptance. And when you accept all the negative traits, your looks, the way you are, your personality, all these, you're fine with it, that's freedom. And then you can just start enjoying the now because you can just go on this adventure. Wow, the mystical now. Okay? So I hope you start with the question, who made you feel that you are not enough? And then you see that, oh, they have no authority to even do that to you. And then you realize, wow, I can change. I can be in the now, and in the now I can change. And that's when your new life begins. You're welcome. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you have anything you're wondering about, please comment. I'll try to answer everyone. And have a nice day. My name is Mitz, your future purpose, here to help you find yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, and just don't focus on the negative anymore. You got it. You got it. See you.